Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Break It Dawn. Before we enter Baphomet Shrine, we're going to combine our armies. We'll send the Paladins on a scouting mission. Alright, Baphomet Shrine. The mortals that devoted themselves to demons hid the secret shrine of their master Baphomet in the shadow of a tall rock. Honest citizens and brave knights by day, they would hurry up here at night to sacrifice yet another innocent life to their lord. The sacrificial blood flowed on until the cultists brought a certain barefoot priestess to be slaughtered at the altar. ...
I know what to do.
I will help where I can.
Alright, so I don't have any spells. A bit of an oversight on my part.
Are we in trouble yet?
Are we ready to move out? I'm prepared.
Alright, well, let's see how this goes.
I'll go ahead.
The altar of Lord Baphomet has been desecrated. We'll clean it with the blood of the traitors. Look what you've done. Give them the girl and we'll be pardoned. Probably not. Hands off, scoundrels. We won't give her to anyone. Not to you or the demons. Please don't fight. You're all kind people. You don't need to hurt each other. Baphomet demands blood. Spare no one. Traitors and faithful alike will be sacrificed to our lord. Click, click. Looks like the girl is right. If we want to survive, we'll have to fight together.
Against our resolve.
What a find!
Oops, didn't mean to cancel that.
I will resist.
Can probably afford to slow these guys.
Prepare yourself. Desna, guide my hand. Make your peace.
Love murder machines back here. Lan and Arushale putting in some serious work. Breathing hard, a cultist knight wipes her blood-smeared sword on a tabard depicting Baphomet's unholy seal. She looks around. It was a difficult fight. By some miracle, none of the cultists perished. Looking back at Ember, she kneels in front of you. Knight Commander, we are guilty of treason, and we repent. We beg for your mercy. Don't listen to her, Commander. Another knight, also wearing Baphomet's tabard, throws his weapon to the ground. Repentance. She's ready to give this girl to the demons until she realized there would be no mercy from them. We're all traitors and murderers here, henchmen of Baphomet and soldiers in Thasgarod's army. You'd better kill us all on the spot. Don't say that. You protected me, didn't you? Maybe you wanted to do something bad, but then you changed your mind, didn't you? The elf girl looks at you with her large shining eyes. Please, don't punish them too harshly. They didn't mean to hurt anyone. They were just deceived by the demons. Are you alright? Yes, just a little scared. The Kai Knights protected me, and then you came. You need constant watching, kiddo, Tila mutters, but she heaves a sigh of relief now that she knows Ember is alright. Why were you scared? You have a dragon friend. You should have just told them that Ivy will come and show them what's what. They'd let you go at once. They would. They would. Now tell us what happened to you. Some of the locals had gathered so we could all pray together. Then those knights came and started fighting, and they killed lots of people. And they took me here and put me on this altar. I asked them not to hurt me, and they started arguing among themselves. Some said they had to sacrifice me, and others wanted to protect me. I was so sad they were arguing, I tried to make them friends again, but they just yelled more and swung their swords. Then I cried, because I didn't want anyone else to die. My tears fell on the altar, and then smoke came out of it, and the altar split in half. Then all the knights screamed, and demons came from outside and yelled that I had insulted Baphomet. But I didn't want to hurt anyone, I swear. I just wanted everyone to be friends again. Did he really say prayers for the demon lords? Yes. I think demon lords are the most miserable creatures in the world. Being evil is sad and painful, and it means that the evilest ones must be the saddest of all. Happy people don't start wars, and don't bring terrible calamities down on others. So I thought that if they heard our prayers, then maybe they would change their minds. It wouldn't be evil anymore. Oh, Ember. Yep, that's about all I have to say too. Oh, Ember. Persuading a demon lord to see the error of their ways. You really think it's possible? I believe there's at least a little good in everyone. And everyone, even the most horrible sinner, can change if they really want to. Now, which of these knights protected you? All of them. Please don't punish anyone. You see they've repented. We have, I swear. Don't believe the repentance of a cultist, Commander. We're all traitors and liars. Why are you defending them? They killed your congregation and abducted you. Yes, they killed many good people, but will killing them make anything better? Please don't kill them. You see they've repented. I know it's not harsh law that guides your judgment, but your heart. Please find a little mercy for them. I've decided what I'm going to do with these cultists. I hope for your mercy. I hope you'll punish us with the full force of the law. Please be kinder. Option 4 is just mean. 1 or 2, and then I'll go with 1. So we need every swinging sword arm we can get in the fight against the Abyss. Do you think you can reform them? Fine. I believe in you. Let them be your congregation. I won't punish them. Commander, we can't be trusted. I can't even trust myself. Just a few hours ago, I was slaughtering this girl's congregation and was about to sacrifice her to Baphomet. But I believe in you. You do want to change, don't you? The knight lowers his head. Thank you. We will try. Of course, after everything we've done, we can't remain knights of the orders we betrayed. We'll lay down our weapons and do the job you send us to do. Deal. Ember turns to you with a smile. You'll see. They won't do anything bad. Shall we go? Templar's Missive. Asgarad has issued a new mission for our squad. Our orders are to disguise ourselves as locals, search the mortal settlements, and find the elven child named Ember. Beware, brothers. That girl possesses a dangerous power that can cast out despair. Her so-called preachings, which are nothing but worthless backstreet blabbering, have already foiled a number of our plans, and brought a number of our soon-to-be cultists back to the Crusader army. So much wasted effort. Find and sacrifice her to our Lord Baphomet without delay, or else Asgarad will slow cook our blackened souls and devour them one by one. Hail Baphomet. Blazing Crown. Whenever the wearer of this headband of Charisma +4 deals damage to an enemy through a spell, he gains 10 temporary hit points for 3 rounds. This effect can occur once per 5 rounds for each enemy. It'd be good for charisma-based casters, so Ember and Darren? But Darren doesn't, he's not really a blaster. Ember, on the other hand, is. All of her
I know the way.
extra fire spells and all the race spells I've been giving her. So we'll probably give that to her.
I sense something.
Follow my lead.
Okay, this seems like there's a way up there. Alright, looks good to me. We go back to Dresden. I need to speak to the storyteller. I forgot to talk to him about all the items we've been finding. Then we'll go to Freedom's Few and speak to Aranka. And then we'll head towards the Molten Core and start exploring all those places further south. Just keep, slowly working our way westward.
As it should be.
We need to swim by the merchant real fast. I need to go back to the merchants and see if there's anything worth buying. Remember seeing a few items beforehand that I was interested in, but they weren't priority items. At least not at the time. Yeah, she's still wearing this. Okay. That's an upgrade for you. And let's see. The blind elf whispers something under his breath. I hear your steps. He turns to you slowly. Greetings, Don Quixote. Have you brought me a new story? I've already read that. The storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. Now it is just a shard of the past, but I feel its power. The elf carefully strokes Trandalev's claw. Only a great power can resist the most terrifying of enemies, oneself. Please, allow me to immerse myself in this memory, and learn the story of the spiritual resurrection of the greatest of silver dragons. A fragment of a ring appears in the old man's hand. What a powerful item. This ring was created to be an inquisitive and free mind. As a rule, such people either become geniuses and creators of a new era, or meet tragic ends. Did I misread that? I feel like I said this ring was created to be... It was created by an inquisitive and free mind. What was the fate of the creator of this object? We can find out together. Give me 4 vials of magic essence and 2 bars of cold iron. I will reforge this ring. The old elf gently touches the crumpled metal of the gauntlets. I sense the souls of 2 who were bound to this relic. One was an animal, the other a man, but neither was the master of the other. They were brothers. The most intriguing tale. You want to hear it? You bring me 1 vial of magic essence, 4 bars of cold iron, and 2 vials of demon blood. I can revive this relic and see into its past. The storyteller carefully runs his fingers over the shabby boots. The scent of pain emanates from this object, the pain of a mortal and the spirits close to them. Whatever the story behind this item, it is dark and tragic. Let us try to repair this relic to learn its tale, shall we? Bring me 3 vials of magic essence, 1 bar of cold iron, 2 vials of demon blood, and 2 hides of magical creatures. I'll try to restore this ancient item. The storyteller's fingers run over the piece of old cloak. I sense power. This item belonged to someone truly powerful. It was created as a gift. It's so hazy. I would like to learn this story, but it would take much to revive such a mighty relic. If you can give 5 vials of magic essence, 2 bars of cold iron, 2 vials of demon blood, 3 skins of magical creatures, I will try to restore it. The elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? I'll show a piece of Tyrandelev's claw. Tell me Tyrandelev's story to the end. The storyteller hangs his head, looking sickly and tired. How many times has the moon died and been reborn since I've been here? I have lost count. My friends brought me here. They said goodbye to me, like always. But they looked at me like it was the last time they'd see me. Cowards. Insidious spawn. They're glad I was going to die. But I'll show them. Trendelev will live. New Trendelev, whose eyes are finally open. I hear the rustling of wings, and I emerge from the cave where I imprisoned myself. Who is it? A friend? An enemy? A sunbeams refract off his scales as he hovers before me surrounded by a glowing halo. The gold dragon, Lasiliax. Part of me wants to fly to him and make a circle of honor around him, as any good student should. But the part of me that turned my scales black is ready to seize his gleaming throat. How dare he fly here, flaunting his purity and innocence? He wants to humiliate me, drag me through the mud, but I will show him. No, what am I thinking? My mentor has come all this way to save me, I know. He would never abandon me. Someone called him to my aid. Moving heavily, I take flight to greet him, but my body, controlled by the foulness, straightens like an arrow. His vulnerable throat is so close. One strike and I will destroy you, Lasiliax. Can you say anything about Trendelev's future? The storyteller frowns. It's so strange that you should ask. We all know what happened to Trendelev, but sometimes it seems I hear her voice in the visions. Her voice, full of pain and despair, as if she is in darkness which she cannot escape. I cannot solve the mystery of this vision, but it worries me. What happened next? Did Lasiliax survive? I don't know. I know the place where Trendelev was believed to have sought refuge for her tarnished soul. I saw Sarkorian ruins, a wide branching tree next to them. Perhaps there will be something there that will shed light on the fate of mentor and student. Something that can tell us how Trendelev's strength of spirit helped her to ultimately overcome the foulness within her. I thank you for the story, storyteller. The storyteller answers, bowing slightly. And thank you, Don Quixote. I guess we'll do the gauntlets first. So give the storyteller the broken gauntlets and the necessary materials. Restore this relic for me. The metal in the elf's hands takes the shape of armor plates. The demon blood sizzles on them, like a red-hot grill, and the essence is absorbed, leaving behind a grayish residue. This relic is called the Stern Hand. That was the name given to it by its owner, a Sarkorian witch hunter. The 2 gloves represent the bond between 2 beings. People who wear such relics do not live for themselves, die for others. Alright, we have a story ahead of us. As soon as you touch the relic, a vision floods into you. You witness the events as if you lived through them. The call of a battle horn cuts through the silence of the night. Stern brother and I leap over the palisade, knock the sleepy sentry to the ground, and race down the street, to the chief's house. Our comrades follow us in complete silence. Only the long, wistful howl of the stern brother informs the village that the evil hour has come. We barge into the chief's house, pressing frightened people against the walls with harsh looks. 3 people are crouched in the back of the room. A man and a woman, covering a lanky, pale lad with their bodies. Stern brother beside me growls. Dirt. People fear him. A huge coal-black wolf can terrify with a mere glance. I step forward. My name is Citri Devimai, and I am a witch hunter. Neither I, this wolf, nor my people will harm any good Sarkorians. We have come only for the evildoers who have broken the law and are harboring filth. Stern brother inches forward, but I place my gauntlet on his scruff. It's too early. This can still be bloodless. He obeys, but he and I are not master and servant. We are brothers. The man, the chief, shouts fiercely. We didn't hurt anyone. What do you consider evil if you call yourself innocent? We have transgressed against your ancestors and gods. Or sorry, you have. You have bred the filth of arcane power into your blood. You have intermarried your brothers and sisters in order to strengthen it. And what have you born? A freak. The man and the woman look at each other ashamed. I caught them. A brother and a sister, whom dark unnatural forces have given the curse of sorcery. The woman cries out desperately. Have mercy on him. He is harmless. Look, he's not right in the head. He has the mind of a baby. The pale boy clings to his mother and father. While he is big and strong, his blue eyes are naive and frightened. A child, weak in the head. A danger to no one. A clever trick. 7 dead fishermen down by the river, killed and disemboweled by magic. Good people who did no harm to anyone. Were you just curious to see what they were made of? The blue eyes stare at me blankly. Children in the meadow by the bee grove. You just wanted to play with them, perhaps. And you didn't like losing, right? His eyes glaze over, like 2 blue buttons on his white face. And the girl. You liked her, but you didn't like that she resisted. His full lips stretch into a smile. His expression grows serious, cruel, mocking. Yes. He dispenses with his mask. Underneath, he's a clever, cunning, guileful monster who knows no compassion, knows no good. Spoiled with the powers that a mortal should not have. Not a man, a witch. The lad puts his hands on his father's and mother's shoulders and takes their vitality, sucking the life out of them like a mosquito. Then he stretches his hand toward me and sends death in my direction. Stunned and dizzy, I fall to my knees, bleeding from my ears, eyes, and nose. The gauntlets in my hands explode, cutting my fingers and palms with steel splinters. The brat raises his other hand. This is it, the end. Then, black lightning flashes in front of my eyes. Stern brother leaps forward, shielding me with his body. A monstrous blow throws his furry body right into me and on top of me. I find myself on the floor, his eyes in front of mine, and I realize that my brother is dead. I howl. Beside myself, I throw back the body of Stern brother, snatch up a dagger with my bloody, mangled hand, and throw it at the witch. The blade pierces his blue eye, but doesn't kill him. The boy whimpers, crawling on the floor, fumbling blindly with his hands, calling for his mother. Too late. You've already killed her. I rush over to him, pull the dagger out of the wound and swing. You killed the one closest to me, and I'll kill you for that. I pull the swing back and toss the dagger down. No, I won't. The witch is insane with pain he's never felt before. He's helpless and frightened, not a threat. So he will go to threshold as the law dictates. I'm Cetri Devimai, servant of Sarkoris. No matter how much it hurts, I won't become like that thing. I won't kill just because I want to. As I tap the witch, and I hug my Stern brother for the last time. This tragedy is why people should not wield arcane magic. It is no gift from spirits, not from ancestors, and not from gods. It is a curse, coming of its own accord, tempered by no watchful eye keeping track of your deeds, and no voice warning of what is right and what is vile. Instead, such magic gives a sense of impunity and pride, fostering contempt for others. It debases people into monsters, for whom all others are ants. My chest feels cold and nasty, plagued by a strange feeling that won't leave me. As if an evil, even more vile and dark, is lurking somewhere outside this darn house. Something I'm going to meet that will change everything. The soldier touches my shoulder gently. Sir Davimai, a messenger delivered a message from Threshold. We need to check a suspicious house. It is nearby, standing alone. According to the report, a single woman lives there. The feeling inside me grows even more rotten, but I nod silently. Duty is duty. So I guess he went to go investigate Arilu Vorlesh. Now, these spike gauntlets grant the wearer's animal companion, as well as Azada's dragon or Lich's skeletal champion, a +6 bonus to strength ability score. At the beginning of the battle, the creature must pass a will saving throw or start attacking party members. If the initial saving throw has failed, the creature can make new saving throws each round to stop the effect. Does it affect? Is it 26? Yeah, it buffs both of them.
That is not
Is the
far.
juice worth the squeeze, though? Ibu probably won't have much trouble passing the will saving, or the will save, but
I'll go ahead.
Bucephalus only has 8. Or +8.
I know the way.
And I don't want to lose control of my mount. Because then not only do I lose control of Bucephalus, I also lose control of Don Quixote. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to use it quite yet. I'm going to try and find a way to boost both their willpower. That is a really good item, and it's perfect for the Cavalier, because both of his animal companions gets the benefit of the gloves, or I guess the gauntlets in this case, which is super cool.
Ready for anything.
I mean, if they had to pass an athletics check instead of a will check, then we'd be set. You're my dear friend, Ilks, but sometimes I just want to shake you. Yes, Desna's our goddess, but she's the goddess of freedom. We mustn't follow her blindly. There's no arguing with you when you're very stubborn like this. Perhaps Don Quixote can make you see sense. We're having a disagreement over an important matter. We learned that you found out and restored one of Desna's relics, the Bell of Mercy. I believe it should be moved to her court, but Aranka disagrees because... No, I'll explain it better. The bell is a sacred relic, the power to frighten away demons. It's not really needed in Dresden, as the city is protected by the Sword of Valor anyway, but it could prove useful here. And yet, the thing is, it's an ancient relic with a history of its own. We didn't create it. All we can do is use it. To me that feels too much like singing other people's songs, instead of writing our own. The chord just appeared before our very eyes. That's what makes it unique. Its music should be unique too. That's why I want to craft and enchant a musical instrument of our own, instead of using the Bell of Mercy. Will we be able to create something like the Bell of Mercy? Something equally powerful? No. But the instrument we'll craft will be ours alone. Besides, the bell is dedicated to Desna. Even though I worship her with all my heart, I realize she's not a deity that all free crusaders would follow. We're all different but united. What unites us is something other than a deity's will. That means our symbol shouldn't represent her alone. A good idea, Aranka. We have a song of our own, and it should be played on something we created ourselves. I knew you'd understand. I'll start working on our own way to make music then. While we're at it, I wanted to work on Oh my goodness. While we're at it, I wanted to work on our song a little, on Starward Gaze. You think the new version should be more cheerful or more tranquil? It possesses a special kind of power when you perform it. The changes might have consequences. Yeah, I prefer a more tranquil version. Great. I'll do as you prefer. Drop by when I'm done. It'll take a while. What do you do when it looks like everything's going to hell in a handbasket and prayers aren't helping? I take myself off somewhere quiet and just hack and slash with my sword till I can't stand anymore. I know the feeling. When I need to clear my thoughts, it's not a sword I reach for, but a brush.
I am prepared.
So I'm hoping no one wants to talk in the Citadel. I would like to. Lathamus. An older man in dusty traveling clothes waves at you. His face is tanned, but his gray eyes are bright. Commander. Aren't you the commander? Well met. My name is Lathamus the Antiquarian. I study ancient relics. Perhaps you've heard of me, but if you haven't, it doesn't matter. An antiquarian. Do you sell anything? Lathamus shrugs. Alas, I don't. They call me the Antiquarian because of my love for ancient items that might otherwise seem mundane and useless. He understands the principles of archaeology. Sometimes even a shard from an old oil lamp is enough to shine a light on the darkness of history. I've never heard of you. I don't chase glory. It's enough for me to know that I bring knowledge to the peoples of Golarion. Some have used my discoveries to earn fame and fortune, but I remain a simple antiquarian. What do you want from me? I'm planning a rather dangerous expedition. I would need the help of a strong, skilled warrior. Not without recompense, of course. I found an ancient map leading to a certain cave system, a dragon burial ground. But it wasn't merely a place where old dragons came to die. I have a theory that once upon a time, a great battle took place in these caves. Many relics and artifacts were left behind. You're waging a long and difficult war. Let me uncover the secrets of the dragon burial ground. I'll give you all of my savings. Believe me, I've learned a lot during my years of travel. All I need is for someone to clear the way down in the caves. Who knows what sorts of demons inhabit that place now? I'd like to know the details. Of course, answer any questions you may have. Why do you want me to get personally involved? You could just ask me to send an armed escort with you on this expedition. Lathamus looks around. Don't think I'm trying to disparage them, but they are ordinary soldiers, after all. What if we discover treasure down below? Will they resist the allure of gold for the sake of science? Will they keep our expedition a secret, even if my competitors promise them huge sums of money? No, I'm sorry, but I will only rely on someone who is trusted by the Queen. Where did you get this map of the Dragon Burial Ground? I bartered it from a ranger in exchange for an amulet. The ranger wasn't keen on going deeper into the world wound. I doubt he even understood how valuable this map might be for science. I dare say he made a poor bargain. Tell me more about your theory. I'm interested in dragon history, in the days of Apsu, and the creation of Dahak up to now. But dragons are reclusive creatures. They don't enjoy discussing their history with strangers. Sure, we know about many historical conflicts involving dragons. As for large-scale battles between dragons, they prefer to keep quiet about those, and thus we historians remain in the dark. Then suddenly I find a map that identifies this cave system and its surrounding area as a dragon burial ground. Mass burial sites are so uncharacteristic of their kind. Dragons are reclusive by nature, both in life and in death. I assume an ancient battlefield awaits us there, but who fought whom, and for what cause? This is what we have to find out. Can you imagine? we could discover a brand new, hitherto unknown page of history. Apsu Dahak. Who are they? Apsu is known as the god of metallic dragons. In the dawn of time, he was born from the purest waters, and together with his dreaded spouse, whose name I am afraid to say, he sired many creatures in a multitude of worlds. His kingdom lies far beyond this world, among flying islands and wandering stars. It's Tiamat, isn't it? I know Tiamat's the god of chromatic dragons in... well, the mother of dragons in D&D. I think she is in Pathfinder as well. Dahak, his proud and fearless son, was one of the first dragon gods. He chose the path of destruction instead of creation. He settled in hell, founding his own kingdom of flames and agony. Dahak fought alongside his father and the other gods to defeat Rovagug. Yet after the battle, he swore that one day he would return and destroy Apsu once and for all. He still dwells in this hellish palace, finding new ways to wreak havoc on Golarion. Such is his uncontrollable nature. What do you hope to find in this burial ground? I seek evidence that a raging battle was fought there, and perhaps also evidence of the reasons for such a conflict. Dragons are not gathered together for such a large battle over some petty, inconsequential feud. Oh no, they must have had a serious reason, and that perhaps is the biggest mystery of all dragonkind. I've heard enough. And what is your decision? Fine, I'll help you. Splendid. Lathamus smiles, but the smile doesn't reach his observant grey eyes. I shall immediately head to the cave entrance and await you there. I think I can handle this part of the journey, and as for the dangers that wait down below, I fear I know nothing about them. Alright, got a business card. An old half-elf woman bows to you. She is stately despite her years, with grey strands in her carefully combed hair and a graceful figure. Brianeth, representative of the Firadazzle and Company Trading House in Nerosian, at your service. The woman hands you a business card printed on expensive paper with gold lettering. I have a formal offer for the merchants of Dresden regarding the procurement of construction materials, and a more personal matter, which I'm afraid only you can help me with. You want to trade here? Yes, for a while. I have product samples of what our trading house has to offer. If you need something, you easily find me in the fortress. But to be honest, I could discuss supplies with your subordinates. But what kind of personal matter? Rhea looks around. I would prefer not to talk about it here. Please find me in the fortress, and we'll talk. Alright, I'll find you when I have the time. Rhea bows again. Thank you. Of course, everybody and their mother wants to talk. Wanted to wrap up the episode, darn it. Several teenagers dressed in rags stand before you. Their dirty clothes make it clear that they have traveled far to get here. A skeptical Nevia leads a procession. Look at who we have here. They've come all the way from Mendev. It's a miracle they didn't end up in a demon's maw. I'd give them all a thick ear and send them home. But I guess I felt sorry for the poor kids. They were so eager to see you. Eager as anything we were, says a slender girl with short hair. We've heard so much about you. How brave and kind you are. How you help everyone defeat the demons. And always follow your heart, no matter what anybody says. We want to fight demons just like you do. We want to be free crusaders. Early sunset. Don't you have anything to say? Dealing with teenagers is hardly my domain, but I offer my opinion. Half measures won't do in this situation. We need to spell things out in black and white, if they're to understand it all. You didn't ask your parents for permission, did you? We don't have parents, says a pale-faced young gnome. We're orphans, all of us. Glenna's mother was a priestess in a crusader party and died. The cultists killed my parents. We all got stories like that. Glenn and me grew up in an orphanage at the Temple of Abadar in Nerosian. There was nothing good in that place for us, only rules and routines. The only priestess who liked us even a little bit was Narita. The rest just barked orders at us and doled out punishments. We've left nothing good behind. Put it that way. I think 3 is a good option. I suppose you could become free squires and help Aranka, Ilks, and Wallflower in my court. One day, it'll be your turn to battle evil, but I hope we win this war long before that day comes. At least that'll be more fun than cleric training, mutters the gnome. Suddenly, his frown is replaced with a wide grin. But I've heard about all the wonders of your court. Is it true you have a little dragon and a magic garden? We'll be able to help the free crusaders that live there, defend ourselves if the demons attack. Yes, let's go, guys. I'll make sure they get there in one piece, grumbles Inevia. I have no idea how this is going to play out. Those helpers of yours on the ridge are still pretty much teenagers themselves. Then again, they've been so lucky so far. Desna herself must be watching over them. Don Quixote, just in case. I'll send off a letter to this orphanage they did a runner from. Tell them what's what. No doubt the place is in uproar. As for you scamps, follow me. Aunt Inevia will tell you all you need to know about your new home. Alright. I'm going to call the episode here. This. Oh, I can summon a tree now. Put that over there. I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we'll do some crusade management. I will go talk to the woman that wanted Rhea Neith about the quest. I'll probably go look at the merchants off camera and see if there's anything I want to buy. I'm probably too frugal to actually purchase anything. We'll see. Oh yeah, what do I do with this? If it's a one-time use with a permanent upgrade, I'd rather her use it. I probably should look to see if it... Yep, there it is. Yep, other. Yep, works for me. Alright, anyway, that's the plan going forward. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.